Hey guys, it's LukeMan97. Welcome back to another video on World of Warships Blitz. And today we're actually looking at a Russian ship. So our port of St. Petersburg here is actually valid. So, yeah, as you can see by the telltale leaned back Russian stacks, we're looking at, this is my second Russian ship. We already looked at the Russian carrier a while ago. This is actually Russian Tier 6 Premium Cruiser Molotov. So, I think this ship actually existed, but Wargaming has a couple things wrong here in the name. So, there was a cruiser called Molotov, but it was a Kirov class cruiser. No, not the recent nuclear-powered Kirov class. The old Kirov class that looked like this. And there actually is a Kirov in the game. It's the Tier 5 Premium. But Wargaming has it wrong here when they say Molotov class. It should say Kirov class there. But a lot of times I think Wargaming makes it where like it's its own class just so people think that it's different from the Kirov so they buy it. Because they did that with the Vittorio Veneto too, where it should say Littorio class like the Roma does, but it says Vittorio Veneto class. So Wargaming I think does that sneakily to try to make you buy it to think, oh, this is different. So no, this is actually Kirov class, and that's what it should say. But it served in the Russian Navy for a while and then was sold for scrap. So what do we have here in game? Well, we have, let's start with elite bonus. I'd probably go with elite gun operator because the guns are pretty much what it's made of. I mean, it does have torps, but that's not really, we'll get to that later. You can get a historical camo, which looks kind of interesting, honestly. Gives you hit points, main battery range, torpedo speed, that's kind of interesting. Large caliber AA damage. AA range, sorry. Okay, well, we'll just go with that. Just typical premium ship battle honors, boosters, money, resources. We do get a Def AA2 skill, 3 charges of it, which is actually kind of an interesting skill, seeing as we basically have no AA. Yeah. So this is pretty useless, honestly. It says an improvement over the preceding Project 26 cruisers, also known as the Kirov class cruisers. The Project 26's subclass had improvements in armor protection, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it says known as the Kirov class. So they should have just put Kirov class. I don't know why they didn't. As far as supplies, I'd probably go with improved crew rations for better reload, maybe warship hit points, and I don't know, honestly. Speed, let's see. Yeah, you could go with speed since you have pretty fast speed. But the acceleration on this is absolutely atrocious. First slot, I'd go with main battery mod 2 because it's all about the guns. Second slot, I have been going fire and flooding resistance, but I think I'm going to actually replace that with propulsion because this thing has atrocious propulsion. Like, you can't stop and start very quickly. And I went with speed here. Sorry if it seems like I'm going through it quick today. It's just I'm kind of in a hurry. I would compare it to the Kirov if I had the Kirov to compare it to, but I don't have the Kirov around to compare it to. I guess technically is the Budani the same thing? No, it's not. So, yeah, I don't have the Kirov, sadly, to compare it to. But if you guys are wondering where I got this out of a premium ship mission crate. Commander skills, underwater protection, torpedo alert. You could get another AA charge, AA defense, but that's kind of useless because number 1, you have no AA to start with, and number 2, you already have 3 charges, so what's the point in 4? I actually went with artillery maintenance expert because the turrets do turn kind of slowly, I guess. Victorious charge, survivalist, probably either exploit weakness or generalist. Probably generalist, though. Fully prepared. Extinguisher. Demo expert. Compartment maintenance. Probably. See, I haven't played this ship a ton, so I can't really tell you a lot. But see, HE is useful against like battleships, but then against like light cruisers and destroyers, AP is useful. So it honestly, both APCS and IFHE would work. Maybe APCS, because I don't know. It doesn't. I don't really know. It does have torpedoes, but they're kind of useless. So probably horizontal protection expert. And why have I been saying the torpedoes are useless? Well, she gets 180 millimeter, 180 millimeter guns with a 10-second reload, which is kind of a long reload, honestly. But they're pretty good guns. The torpedoes, however, she gets 2 triple launchers. They have a horrible range, only a 4.50 kilometer range. That's worse than the Nuremberg's range, which means, yeah, you're not going to be torpedoing anything unless you get in really close. And with a 7.50 Citadel protection, I don't think you really want to get close, because battleships can cut you to pieces as a light cruiser. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't do that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think you can get more torpedo range. I think you... No, that's just torpedo tube, traverse speed. Okay. Anyways, let's get into a battle. So far, honestly, mixed opinions on this ship from me, because I think it's decent for, like, setting fires sometimes and dealing with destroyers, but it's also kind of, I don't know. We're up against Colorado, bot Fuso, Trento, bot Alba, Mayhem, and Farragut, I believe. We're playing Domination on Haven.
Бой начинается.
Yeah, it is a Farragut. Anyways, yeah, so this ship's great for dealing with destroyers and setting fires sometimes. But, yeah, battleships can just do her in. And despite her def AA skill, she's not very good at dealing with airstrikes, obviously, because she has no AA to start with. Sometimes wargaming, I feel like, just says, alright, take a random skill out of this hat and we'll put it on this ship. And they drew out the AA defense for this one, and they're like, okay, we'll put it on this ship, even though it makes 0 sense. See, we have Ismail, New Mexico back there. I'm going to turn probably and go this way. I think there's probably going to be some battleship in this area, but I need to do my best to capture it anyways. I think our DD over there is coming, hopefully. I did leave it on armor piercing in case we run into their Alba or, Trento or Mayhem or Farragut. These guns, honestly, are kind of the sweet spot between the 2 small guns, like the 150s, and the ones that are so big they overpen destroyers on armor piercing, like the 203s. Okay, those shells landed short because those were a bot. See, I'm worried about this. We actually are penning the Colorado, but it's only half pens, and that's a bot, so. By the way, the new gun sound awesome. There we go. I think I am going to switch to HE because we're fighting battleships right now. But... And I am kind of rushing in because this bot Colorado is coming. Okay, there's... we actually are in torpedo range, so let's launch those. So yeah, she's not about the torpedoes. It's more about the guns, but... Okay, there we go. I definitely can see the propulsion module working out at her. Not actually as bad as I thought it would, but bots can still hurt at close range. Okay, they're taking all the areas. This is not good. I need to get in this area. Yep, and of course the Luca Tarigo stole my kill. Alright, that Colorado is freaking me out, so I'm getting out of here. Okay, there's the Trento. Shoot, the Mayhem's right here. I did not realize he was. Okay, let's turn and launch our torps at the Mayhem. Yeah, we're dead. But hopefully I can take the Mayhem down with me. Nope, he turned away perfectly from the torps. So as you can see, you can get absolutely lit up by battleships, but I did a respectable 30,000 damage. It's useful against light cruisers and destroyers sometimes, but I was just outgunned and outnumbered there, so it was kind of difficult for me. Plus, our team kind of sucked, and so they didn't keep any of the areas. But she can be decent, but I wouldn't say she's the best premium out there. So if you get her for free, nice, but I wouldn't recommend like paying money or working hard for it, because it's not exactly something to write home about. Alright guys, I'm only going to do that one battle today because I'm kind of in a hurry, like I said, but thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.